What happens when two families go through the same fire and only one come out unscathed? Not really unscathed, but I would say one come out with a fair outcome. I'm Conticia. Welcome to Unfiltered Insurance and Adjuster Talk. Now, if you have not subscribed to my channel, please do so. I am trying to get to 1,000. I'm a very new channel. I'm around 560 subscribers, and I'm trying to meet a goal of 1,000. So please subscribe. Please share my channel with others. Also, put a thumbs up. That get me more engagements. And also, if you have any comments, please leave comments down there. I will always respond. All right. So listen up, consumers. This is what I want you to pay attention to. Listen to this story here. Okay. We have two families. On December 30th, 2021, a wildfire swept through Colorado, destroying two neighboring homes right by each other, right? On the same street, the same day, but completely different experiences when it came to their insurance. Now, I'm going to call them Family A and Family B. Now, this is an article. This article came out March 14th of 2025. This happened December 30th, 2021. Family A, within 7 weeks of this fire, their company, Safeco, paid them $311,810 for their contents, right? They had minimal stress for that. Interaction was smooth. Everything was going the way it was supposed to go. Family B, they had State Farm. State Farm offered them $131,275 a year later. Also requested a 50-page inventory of what they had for their contents. I know your contents in your home is when you flip that home upside down and everything falls down. Those are your contents, right? Now, these homes were burnt to the ground. They could not even really, when they came back, they didn't even really know where their home was. They had to look for a tree, or there was a part of a swing set that was still in the back of one yard. This is how they knew their property. Now, listen to this. One thing I want consumers to know, you're going to have to be proactive, because that 50-page spreadsheet, they probably could have had that done very quickly if they would have taken pictures of everything they own in their home ahead of time. This is what I mean about being proactive. Right now, if you're not in a storm, you don't have anything going on, take pictures of everything in your home, your photos on the wall, your mirrors, how your home is set up, the different contents you have in there, your sofas, your pictures, down to your forks and spoons, your pans and pots, your computers, everything. Keep a tally of what you have, because when these storms come, you are already prepared. All you have to do is put that spreadsheet together. And I do know they do ask for a spreadsheet. They do want an account of everything that you had. But I tell you one thing, if you had photos and you sent them those photos and that spreadsheet, you would not have had a problem. The only problem you would have had was trying to ask them, okay, so why don't you want to pay me? Because I have all my evidence. This is what you need to know. This is what you're going to have to do. You're talking here, you're listening here to a claims adjuster. That's what I do. That's what I do for a living. And I just want you all to be prepared for when these storms come, you're not thrown back. You have no clue. And another thing I want you all to do, know your policy, know your deductible, know your policy, and know your agent. Because you also have to get your agent involved in this, because they're supposed to advocate for you. They're the ones who's collecting a commission for your premium that you pay every month. So you definitely want them involved. You want to get to know those things. Consumers, it is time we have to stop being lazy. We have to know what we have. And we cannot rely on anyone else to do this work for us, especially this proactive part. So you're definitely going to have to start taking account of what you have in your home. Now, I do want you to understand this. Just listen to this part. Eventually, State Farm did pay this couple out $850,000, but it was still short because it took 1.1 million to rebuild their home. So if they eventually paid them $850,000, what did they pay them for contents? Just to put the stuff back in your home. What did they pay them for contents? I am just so curious about this article, about this story, and I'm going to continue to follow it because it did come out. This actually took place December 30th, 2021. Okay. They are still fighting with State Farm. They have eventually decided to sue them. So right now they have a pending lawsuit against State Farm, accusing them of trying to delay them, delaying the claim, hoping that they will get exhausted. That's one of the tactics, according to what I'm starting to read and the articles I'm starting to understand now. That's one of the tactics that insurance companies are doing. I don't really know if that's a tactic that they do, but that's according to a couple of articles that I'm seeing. Now, as an adjuster, I've worked for many carriers. I've worked for State Farm before, and I can't ever say that we delayed your claim on purpose. I cannot say that. I can probably say, did we have a whole lot of claims that was that one person was responsible for that could have caused a delay? Also, I can tell you that these insurance companies are cracking down on their claim processing because they swear it's so much fraud out here with consumers. Now, like I said, I don't know if that delay is a tactic, but I can say for the companies that I have worked for, I have always paid what is owed. If I have to fight for consumers, I just have to because it is what is owed. And I'm going to tell you another thing. The real cost of this, when you have a family, there's another cost. It's not about money. It's about emotional, mental, and family strain. This is a real article. Family B wound up in counseling. They were about to lose their marriage behind this because fighting this insurance company became a full-time job. And then you have this other full-time job fighting an insurance company. You have your other jobs, your regular job that pay your bills, but then you're also displaced out of your home, trying to rebuild, trying to figure out how you're going to do this. Probably more than likely talking with contractors, trying to get your home rebuilt, and then you don't have enough money. Because according to this article, they eventually paid them $850,000, but it took 1.1 million to rebuild their home. So they're still short. I'm telling you, consumers, we have to not be lazy. Know what you have. You're going to have to be proactive because you may not be in a storm right now. But I'm going to tell you something. Storms come to us all eventually. And in this area, you want to be as prepared as you can so you'll have every sword or every tool you need to fight with, where there will be no questioning you. Because I tell you what, family A, they got their money. Their home is built. Family B is still trying to get everything together, and they're still trying to get a fair settlement. And not only that, it pretty much almost destroyed their family. Can you imagine that? You're trying to rebuild a home and also rebuilding your lives. This is not something that is just unique. This is something that thousands of families go through navigating these similar challenges. But if you be proactive, call your agent, get to know your agent, know your policy, know your deductible. And you know what? There's a lot of adjusters like myself that you can probably say, hey, can you go over my policy with me? Let me know what's covered in my policy. Probably cost you a few bucks, but at least you know if your agent can't tell you. We're adjusters. We know how to read policy. And if you have something in that policy that we don't understand, we will get the answer so you definitely would know. So that'll be something that you definitely want to take a look at. We're licensed adjusters. We're licensed claim adjusters. And with us being claim adjusters, we know how to read policies. And we also have a slew of resources to where if we want to get to the bottom of something, we definitely will. Now, these two families pretty much had the same premium. Why did one have peace and the other had the pain? Was it because one family was more prepared than the other? Or was it the carriers that they were insured with? I want to encourage homeowners to know your policies, okay? And consider second opinions like a public adjuster. I'm going to do an episode on public adjuster. That could have been something that they had the public adjuster handle. Because I'm going to tell you something, those public adjusters, there's something to deal with. I didn't like dealing with public adjusters because those public adjusters really throw everything at the wall and going to see what's going to stick. And I'm going to tell you something, a fire, yeah. They definitely would have made sure you got paid because they get a percentage of that claim. But you still have to be, selective on those public adjusters that you use. You have to do your homework. But anyways, I believe that every homeowner, every policyholder can handle their own claim if they get educated and don't give up on the fight. Now, I'm going to let you know what my next episode is going to be about. In my next episode, we're going to explore the red flags, these signals, these red flags that your claim is heading in the wrong direction and how to take advantage and put it back on the right path. I'm Conticia. Always stay prepared. This is Unfiltered Insurance and Adjuster Talk. Stick with me. I'm going to get you educated. I'm going to get you prepared. I'm going to make sure that you're able to fight if you need to fight. I'm going to bring you articles. I'm going to bring you stories. I'm going to bring you tools. I want you to know as consumers what all it takes to be educated. We can't be lazy anymore. Laziness is over with. In the state of our country, our economy, everyone is tightening up. Even the ones that are making billions of dollars, they're still tightening up because they want more money. But we also want to be fairly treated. Just because they're huge and we're small, don't mean we can't fight. And that's what you got to get yourself prepared for. I'm Conticia. Thank you for watching. Until next time, please get to know your agent, your policy, your deductible. That's going to be the beginning of your fight. I'll see you on the next episode. Bye for now.